Do you have online nursing masters?
In Spanish, we have some programs in Spanish, also in online. But nursing is, I need to check it actually. It's in the website of the university. But nursing, you need to be active. I definitely from the second year, little by little, you are going to the labs, to the simulation room, as I explained, so be more activate. But why not? I will check also for the online of nursing, but it's better to be inside of the university on campus.
I think so as well. Like, I mean, there's a lot of blended programs this year. So, I mean, Sonia, maybe you can explain it better. So you offer programs where the students can start online, maybe especially this year. It's
Why? Now?
Sorry, I just got a phone call. Yeah, where was I? So blended programs, you can start online and then you finish on campus. So maybe, especially now with the coronavirus, nobody knows what's exactly happening, like vaccinations are there, but presence classes are happening in Murcia. And the ultimate goal, of course, is to come here to study in Spain and have the full experience, meet your new peers, meet your professors, start your career in Spain. Yeah, of course, not without reason, one of the most beautiful countries for quality education and also for tourism. So yeah, the goal should be to come here.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, for the crisis of coronavirus, last year we did some exceptional for the programs, but we gave this access for the half semester, like the first semester of the year, doing online classes, just only theoretical part of the classes. But for the practicing, you need to be here for sure, because you know, Tom, here, all of the universities, all of the schools are open. Some classes, like a theoretical part, it can possible to respect to the social distance happen online. But during the week, the students are coming and going to the university. So it's better to be on campus. As you mentioned, there are lots of advantage a part of the studies on campus.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, we just started an important topic as well. I don't know if it was in the questions, but it's of course important. So like, as you're a private university, for you probably it was a lot easier to structure this whole online thing than for, you know, public universities that are slower moving. So how do classes look like at the moment at UCAM?
All on campus. As I mentioned, just only some classes. For example, during a week, maybe just 1 or 2 classes were online. Depends on the number of the student in the class. But I want to tell with 100% that it's more than 90% of the classes were on campus, with respecting like some group of the students coming in the morning, some afternoons, different classes, some of them being at home, following online. We major, not like the public university, as you mentioned, like 100% doing the exams online. No, all of them. I mean, in the majority, students were on campus. Everything happened here.
Mm. So in the reality, then there's like distance between the tables. People wear masks, and you have to disinfect your hands.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's what it currently looks like. But yeah, I never get tired of saying I wouldn't postpone my education because of the virus. Like, we never know how long it's going to be there or how it's going to pan out. So I would just start right away and don't lose any time because of a reason like the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. We already occupied the classes inside of the university with all of the protocol for like keeping distance, cleaning, everything. So there's no any problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got another question for you. Anna from Afghanistan wants to know, like, she wants to get admission and she wants to know if you offer any scholarships.
Scholarship depends on the profile of the student too. In some majors like dentistry, we can't offer a scholarship because we have a lots of demands for the course. But there are still available scholarship for those that they have good GPA at their previous studies. If it is a bachelor, for sure for the high school, and if it is for master, for the bachelor's. Plus the level of English. We already ask for the official certificate, but for those that they are looking for the scholarship, that is just going to be a small percentage as a discount on the tuition fee. It can be also good if they have good level of English, score 6.5 in IELTS above, and also good GPA for the students. I will check, and then we will see how much, let's say, how many percentage it's going to be eligible for. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for explaining that. So, yeah, what that means for the students, if somebody is a super top 1% performer and can get a scholarship for academic merit according on the GPA that was achieved in the previous degree.
Yeah. So in the practices, sorry for interruption. Look, Tom, you know, Murcia, in comparison with the big cities in Spain, is quite affordable. So from the city is quite easygoing in the public transportation. It just costs 22 euros. So I don't want to like highlight the cost of living, that is quite also important, but studying in the university, UCAM University, located in Murcia or in Cartagena, is already by default cutting many costs of the student, international student in general, especially, as I said, inside of the Spain, in comparison with Madrid and Barcelona, Valencia, Murcia is quite affordable for the international students. So it's already cut some cost. So imagine tuition fees also more competitive among the other universities. So,
I mean, you're making a very valid point. Like, yeah, a very valid point, Sonia, because like if you live in a city like Barcelona or Madrid, the living expenses are, well, higher. And yeah, Murcia is therefore very attractive for international students. I mean, Murcia is a student city, right? And you're very much contributing to this. So,
to be honest, Murcia is more, let's say, you can touch the real culture of Spanish, let's say, a part of the being affordable for the students. There are two big universities located in Murcia. Also in Cartagena is another big university. So yes, the city is quite student environmental, also touchable for the Spanish culture. There are lots of, okay, with the COVID, no, but still there are lots of cultural activities in the city in comparison with the other cities. There are lots of places, touristic places. Okay, I don't want to compare it with Barcelona or Madrid. They have their own points, but quite easy in order to use the facilities, reach to the beach, even go to the Madrid if there is any limitation. So yeah, why not? It's good to mention the cost of living here is a minimum starting for 450 euros, 500 euros, including all the accommodation for the share flat, the transportation, food and beverage. But with 500 euros in big cities of Spain, you are just going to pay the accommodation and nothing more. So I think it's a big advantage to study. Definitely. I mean,
yeah, 500 euros per month. That's very hard to beat. I can tell you, I live in Barcelona since more than 5 years, and yeah, the rent is a bit steep, but we have a lot of nice things here. But Murcia is, of course, a great location. Also, in terms of saving, up a bit of money while you're studying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Anas wants to know more about the Masters in Bilingual Education.
We have it.
So, mhm.
We have the Master of Bilingual Education in English. It's open for all of the students who are looking for the get more deeply for the method of the language, how you can teach language as a second language. So it doesn't matter if it is Spanish, if it is English, or any other languages. So it's open if you are keen of language, literature, and also following the methods, new methodology of the language. Why not? Very welcome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, Anas, I hope that answers your question. If not, feel free to reach out to Sonia or myself after the live, and we're happy to jump just on a call with you to talk in detail about the program.
Yeah.
Amayad wants to know, with whom should I contact about a scholarship? Well, Amayad, this is part of the admissions process itself. So please contact us, feel free. We're going to find the right program, and then we steer you in the right direction. Because, Sonia, correct me if I'm wrong, but applying for the scholarship is done when you actually apply for the program itself, correct?
Yeah. So no worries. We are behind of you.
Okay. Are the admissions currently open?
Yeah, definitely. I said the prescription, the application is quite open. So be fast because it's going to be quite, as I mentioned.
Okay. And is there like a certain date when you close the enrollment, like a deadline? Is like the latest point of application?
Look, depends on the major, depends on the programs and the number of students. Going to be so fast closed, like all of the places are going to be occupied. It depends on the programs. It's better to check, and if you are interested and you have a part of the required documents, it's better to submit your application for now to check if there is other pending documents that you can buy later on, but start your application at the moment. Doesn't matter if you still are pending for the requirement. Yeah.
And here's a leap tip for free. Start as soon as possible because spots are filling up quickly, and yeah, it doesn't cost anything to ask and start the application process right now, and then get the acceptance letter before it's too late. We've got one question here, Sonia, about the opportunities after finishing UCAM courses. So, like, I think this question is more directed into your career services and maybe also collaborations with companies that you have, maybe for internships or entry positions.
Yeah, so I can mention 2 points, definitely. Let's say all of the programs, doesn't matter bachelor or master, they have the practicing time as soon as you are finishing all of the theoretical part of your studies. For example, for the bachelor's in the last semester, we are offering the practice internship in different sectors, in different majors. Also, secondly, we have another option that we have the section of the future career that the companies, we have a portal that already the organization, the companies, even international companies are offering or posting the jobs or future career for different majors. For example, if you are even studying or doing the master, which is related to the finance or any like MBA, and they are asking for people. I mean, some organization for the tourism, for the companies, factories are also asking and offering different job opportunities. So no.
Sonia, I think I lost you here. Yeah, that's always interesting on Instagram. We never know on whose side the problem is. Let's see if Sonia is able to join us back. Okay. I will answer in the meantime until Sonia is back. I will answer the remaining questions. So we've got one question here. What are the grades needed for dentistry admission? Well, there's no certain grades really, but it's first come, first serve. So if you apply for the dentistry program, well, first you decide if you go for the Spanish one or for the English one. And then they will take a particular interest in your grades of physics, mathematics, biology, and chemistry. So if you perform well during high school, to give you a rule of thumb, maybe around 80%, 85%, that would be considered really good, and then you should be able to get into dentistry. Can I go to Spain on a student visa? Yes. Amtomal, you can, and here at LEAP we're specialized in student visas from around the world. So the first step would be to choose a program at UCAM, and then we help you through the whole admission process. Once you receive the acceptance letter, we then start preparing all the student visa documents that are necessary, and then the whole process would take, the admission would take around 1 month, and then you receive the acceptance letter to your country. And then we start the whole visa process, which then, right now it's really hard to say how long it takes because of the pandemic. Like sometimes embassies are shut because they have corona cases themselves. But I would say 2 to 3 months. So a good time to get everything sorted would be 4 months maybe, everything together. And then of course the course itself needs to be still open. So I think right now we've got the middle of April. The courses are starting in October, so now is the perfect time to apply. See if we've got any other questions. Abu Ghainam wants to know, can I start my application? Yes, you can. You can contact us here, or you go to our website, which is called studies-in-spain.com, and you can fill out the form there, and one of our consultants will get in touch with you to support you through the whole process. Let's see, are there any other questions that I haven't addressed yet? I think we're pretty much through. If you have any other questions, now would be a great time to ask. There's one here from Hide. So UCAM also offers masters, right? Yes, they do. So like in total, there's more than 100 programs offered at UCAM, right? And the majority of them is master programs. So like there's many bachelors, I think around 30, but there's at least as many masters. So also there are different application requirements. So you need to have finished your bachelor, sufficient level of English, motivational letter, reference letter from academy or from your former employer, and a few other ones. But please get in touch with me, and I'm more than happy to tell you everything about it. Can I study in Spain as a distance learning student? Yes, you can. Dr. Schaffler, nice name. So we call these the blended study programs. So you could decide either to study 100% online from your home country, or you go into the blended modality, which is you start studying maybe 1 or 2 semesters from your home country online, and then you can switch on campus to Spain. So like both of it is possible. Kimo wants to know, is it possible to transfer from Cartagena campus to Murcia in the near future? Now that is a very interesting question, and I'm sure Sonia would be able to answer it. To be honest, I'm not sure if it's possible this way. So best send me a message afterwards, and I will clarify with you and get back to you. Because the other way it used to be possible from Murcia to Cartagena, but in this constellation, I'm not 100% sure. Can I go to Spain on a student visa with Duolingo tests? Is it possible? Well, the question you should ask, Tomal, is can I get an acceptance letter from the university with a Duolingo test? And as far as I know, UCAM accepts it. So because the Duolingo is the only test that can be taken online, like maybe your IELTS or TOEFL test centers are closed at the moment. So they will accept it, and then once you have the acceptance from the university, we're going to use this document in order to get you the student visa. So it's not necessary to present the test there. So I think Sonia is back.
Hello.
Hi, Sonia. We lost you there for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. But anyway, can you hear me well?
Yeah, perfectly. And I took the liberty of answering a few questions. There was one, though, that I didn't know the answer to. So Kimo was asking, is it possible to transfer from Cartagena campus to the Murcia campus?
It's going to be critical. We need to check the options, if it is possible or not. Yeah. For sure, we are going to find a solution, but I can't tell you like 100%. We need to check it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we have Yassine here from Morocco. He would like to study in Spain, and he wants to study in your university. Well, Yassine, I can only encourage you to apply as soon as possible, so you secure your spot for this October.
So I know.
Then we've got another one here. Do documents need to be translated to Spanish before or after getting the apostille stamp?
Normally, for those students who are coming to study for the bachelor studies, since they need to do the homologation, the Ministry of Education is asking for the Spanish officially translated. So it's better to translate into Spanish, yes.
Yeah, I think that the question was also about the order of doing it. So like from our experience, what works best is legalize the documents first and then get a sworn translation. It's important that it's a sworn translation. So there's an association, so like a bunch of translators who have given an oath to the Spanish Foreign Ministry, and you need to go to those sworn translators because it can't be any translator. It needs to be somebody who swore an oath.
Yeah, Tom, recently there is a list of translators recognized by the embassies located in the countries. So it's better to check also before giving any documents to the translation institution. Better to check by the Embassy of Spain which translation companies are acceptable or accepted by the embassy. So in this case, there is no any problem.
Yeah. Okay, that's great to understand. Here another one from Kimo. Is it preferable to learn Spanish before I get into my English dentistry program?
In order to have access to study dentistry in English, we are not asking Spanish, because meanwhile that you are studying from the first year till third year that you are going to the dental clinic to work, we are offering the Spanish programs at the same time of the other courses. So that for the first year, for the second year, we are still giving the Spanish classes. As a general Spanish class, then Spanish in dentistry 1, Spanish in dentistry 2 for the second year, in order to be prepared for the clinical courses like practicing. But of course, you are coming to the country that speak Spanish. So outside of the university, everyone is speaking Spanish for renting houses, for supermarket, communicate with the people. Everything is gonna be in Spanish. So it's like an advantage. If you just basic studies about the Spanish, yes, definitely.
So I'm just going to give you an example also from my personal life. I was traveling South America with a backpack. And as you know, in South America, you speak Spanish. And when I came there, I didn't speak any Spanish. But it took me a few months to learn it. But once I learned that the cultural immersion in each country was a completely different one. Like the whole experience, like even if you come to Spain and to UCAM to study in English, you're gonna be here for like 3, 4, 5, maybe more years. Maybe you're gonna build your future here in this country, and it's just a great experience and a better experience even if you speak the local language. So you can read the signs, you can ask for directions, you can meet other people. So I definitely encourage everybody, even if you're studying in English, learn the language. It's the second most spoken language in the world. Okay, so there's another question here. Could you please give us more information about the Master of Hospitality Management?
Yes, the hospitality management is quite dynamic matter, let's say. Why? Because it's gonna be like 4 months inside of the university for the theoretical part, and the next 5 months it's gonna be practicing. So in hotel, in any sector which is related to the hotel or hospitality section, you are going to pass the credits and the classes in these places by working. So it's gonna be really dynamic, and it's official master. So later on, if you wanna do any homologation or continue your studies in this section, you can continue. Moreover, there are some professors that already studied in the Switzerland, which is the main and most important country in order to training for the hotel or hospitality section. Is going to be really amazing in order to have their experiences and background beside. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think Spain is a great country to study hospitality management. Because there's, I mean, not right now, but in theory, there's a lot of tourism.
Yeah. It's the biggest. I don't want to say first, because first is gonna maybe in France, but for sure Spain has a lots of things to say for the sport, for the tourism in different cities, north and also south. Yeah. We can have the last question because also the time is over here. So I hope we are going to receive the last question, or if there is still any doubt, they can contact.
Yeah, so I think there's still a few questions. Maybe just let's take the last 1 or 2, and then if anybody has more questions, like feel free to reach out, and
sure.
we're gonna schedule a call and have like more personalized answers. Yeah. So here the question: as a medical student, is it possible to transfer from another country to Spain?
Okay, to Spain, you need to check, but since we are talking about UCAM, it depends. Let's say the possibility is quite big. Why? Because the educational system for each country is different. Even inside of the Spain, it's a bit difficult in order to transfer from one university to another university because of the schedule, because of the plan of studies. It's better to start because, as I said, the method it's different. I know some subjects are similar for sure, but it's better starting from the beginning. But I can just recommend, if you want to come to study, we have a section of recognition of credits, but barely student can have 100% equivalency of their studies based on here. But you can try. Why not?
Maybe on additional note, so in theory, yes, it's possible to transfer from another country to Spain, but you need to achieve a minimum of 30 ECTS and a maximum of 120 ECTS. And as Sonia correctly said, like usually there's no 100% equivalence. So it doesn't mean that you studied 4 semesters abroad that you can skip 4 semesters in Spain. So almost certainly it will be less than that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Jay from Vietnam is asking very specific questions. Jay, please reach out to me afterwards, after this live, and I'm happy to guide you through the whole process of admission at UCAM. And again, I want to encourage everybody that they apply as soon as possible. There's still study spots open. There's still a lot of English undergraduate programs. There's one of the best psychology programs in whole Europe at UCAM. Sports management, written with a capital S, as we know from before, and many other exciting courses for bachelor's, masters, and even PhDs. So I can only encourage you, reach out to me, reach out to Sonia, and we will guide you through the whole process. Also, Sonia, to you, thank you very much for taking the time. It was a very insightful talk. And is there any last words that you would like to give our audience?
Thank you so much. Also, thank you for your time to be inside of this, let's say, collaboration. Also, great information from our both sides. Also, I learned some points that you mentioned for different section for the documentation. So, just only students, the application is open for the admission. To not being in the last in the list, it's better to start at the moment. I mean, right now, rush. As I mentioned, no matter if you are still pending or some required documents, submit your application as soon as you can. Okay, we are beside of you. Any question or any doubt, we are just here to inform you. Okay, thank you so much, Tom. Also for your group. I know also they did many things to organize this direct. So we'll keep in touch, guys. Just that. Have a great afternoon for those that they are in the location, like close by. If not, anyway, have a great time ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and my all best regards to Murcia.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.